Greetings, Swamp Foxes. This is Troy Newham, author of 2084, The Search for Love, Hope, and Faith, available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback form. And this is this week's message from Moses. And if you'll notice, my energy level's a little down. It's going to be a little subdued today because I'm going to talk about a very serious matter, the massacre in Connecticut. Now, I'm not one who throws around the word massacre. It's a popular word, people like to use it. But when you have the case where a grown man uses a gun to slaughter 20 children, that's a massacre. That's textbook definition. First, I want to say that my heart goes out to all the parents who have lost a child. There's no greater pain that can be felt on this earth than losing a child. That's all I can say. Next, I want to say that some people are going to say it's too soon to defend gun rights, but these are the same people who are right now saying that we need to have stronger gun laws. And Obama has pretty much promised that that's coming down the chute. We will probably see the small arms treaty back in the Senate, trying to ram that through while we're still emotional about everything. But here's a question. Let's assume that he doesn't go for the small arms treaty, which is more expansive and throws us under the heel of the UN yet again. Let's say he just goes for the assault weapons ban. Alright, here's a question. Would this event have been any less tragic if he had used a 12-gauge shotgun? Or even a 20-gauge shotgun, given the nature of who he was killing? Matter of fact, the body count probably would have been higher, given the spread of the pattern. So this comes back to the old adage that the end result of any gun control measure has to be the absolute total banning of all guns, because anything else just doesn't make any sense, because criminals are going to substitute. And even if there were no guns, you have cases like Timothy McVeigh, who blew up a building in Oklahoma City, killed close to 19 children in that. You have the U.S. government who killed over 20 kids in Waco, not to mention the number of kids that are killed by exploding shrapnel all around the world. If the guy's aim was to kill kids, he would have found a way to do it. There are plenty of ways to modify legal products into weapons that would have done the same thing. So, the real question I always ask when we have something like this is, why does it happen? Because guns have been around for a long time. The 223s have been around for a long time. And we never had these mass shootings. But lately they've been spiking. And why is that? And I would say that it's the downfall of our society. It's the crumbling of the American family. It's, the smut and the filth and the violence and the gore that we see in TVs and movies. I guarantee you, if you go through this guy's Amazon account, you're not gonna find happy, uplifting stuff. I mean, it's gonna be violent video games. It's gonna be music that's really hardcore and violent and angry. If there's, I don't know what his motivation could be. I know that certain groups of people in this country don't like to use the word evil. But it's clear from the body count that he went out to kill children. Premeditated, I want to kill kids. And if that's not evil, I don't know what is. It started off, he shot his mom. Now, his mom could have molested him growing up. They could have hated each other. Who knows what he and his mom had going on. But there could have been some personal motivation for what he did. But the killing of children, those children didn't mean anything to him. Didn't do anything to him. Why target him? Even if you say that he's insane, fine. He's insane in the kind of insanity that would kill little children. I don't know what definition of evil you could possibly be running off of if it doesn't include that. Do you? The Second Amendment and guns is there to protect the rights of all Americans against the government run amok. And as long as you have a moral, intact society, this will never be a problem. But we have allowed our society to crumble. We have, destroyed all traditional thoughts as being outdated, old-fashioned, and this is the result. This is what we get. This is what happens when you thrust filth and violence on people their entire lives. Is you're going to get these crazy people who do stuff like this. Yeah. There's a good quote, and I use it to open 2084. It's by William Pitt, and he said, "The necessity is the plea for every infringement of human liberty. It is the argument of tyrants. It is the creed of slaves." What you're going to hear pretty much nonstop until they try to ram it through anyway, because I don't think they'll convince us, is that we need tougher gun laws to protect our kids. As I said, anything they try is going to be a lie. It's illegal to take guns on school property. He did it. That should tell you about how much protection laws mean to someone who is out to do evil. Laws are for the law-abiding. You're just going to have unfortunate situations. You're going to have tragedies when your society falls apart. And hopefully we'll be able to get it back on track. So, again, read 2084. I highly recommend it. And based on what you're going to see in the next week about how they will tell you that it's necessary for them to take away your liberty for the greater good, for the sake of the children, which is also a running theme in this book. It's always for the sake of the children. It's always necessary. So, long live the Constitution. Signing off.